Every single time I stream, I get this one question that is asked all the time. Can you show your feet? I'm not showing my feet. But the second most asked question I get on stream is, yo, Tex, I need a quarterback. Who should I pick? And I figure if I'm getting that question asked a lot of you guys may also be in the market looking for a quarterback in Madden. And so I figured let's go ahead and make a video about this. I'll go ahead and rank the best quarterbacks according to Texas that you should pick up in Madden. Now, this list is only going to consist of escape artist quarterbacks. The reason for that is I personally believe that if you're not using escape artist quarterback in Madden, you are nerfing yourself. You can use guys like Peyton Manning. You know Peyton Manning is a Hall of Famer. You know he's great. With the last update they added to the game where he has a quicker release, that card might be goated. But with how crazy the block sheds can be with these abilities that you have on your defensive lineman, which then leads to you not having any time in the pocket because of how crazy these sheds are and how the offensive lineman abilities don't actually work to prevent those sheds from happening. You gotta have a counterpunch to that. Pocket quarterback without escape artist is just a sitting duck. They're going to get feasted upon. Unless you guys know a way to block 4 or block 3 consistently, especially 3. Like, you're not going to be able to have time with the pocket, throw the ball down the field, especially going up against those guys with abilities. And so, even though Hot Route Master is amazing, as of right now, there's no counter to escape artists in this game. There's counters to Hot Route Master with just man coverage or man up, with zones being weirdly kind of coded this year. Like, you can throw the ball away from somebody's zone, and the cornerbacks and the defensive backs will still react to it as if the ball was thrown directly at them. But if you throw the ball directly at them, then it doesn't matter. And not to mention, we still got zone out as well as an ability. So there's a lot of counters to the passing game that make it harder. And I don't see the point in making harder on yourself by not using a guy with escape artist. And so that's why escape artist is on the list, because as of right now, there's not a counter punch to that particular ability. I've seen guys spy like Pat Tillman, and I've seen some quarterbacks outrun Pat Tillman. Now, they're going to get hawked down once they pass the line of scrimmage, but in terms of once you leave the pocket and once that ability activates, because it's always on, obviously, you really can just run faster than anybody in the game. I think my man, Chaos did testing, right? Escape artist behind the line of scrimmage is like 99 speed. But 99 speed behind the line of scrimmage is not, because escape artists makes your guy move way faster than it probably should. Because there's no counter to it, you guys got to use it. And so there's 7 quarterbacks, I believe, in Madden right now that can get escape artists. We got Cam Newton, we got Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, Michael Vick, Andrew Luck, and Steve Young. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a top 7 of how I rank those particular quarterbacks in order from 1 to 7 or 7 to 1. Now, the 7 that are on this list, you really can't go wrong with whoever you choose. It's just some have better abilities than others, and I want to go ahead and factor that into this conversation. So a guy may be lower. It's not because he's worse. Well, it's because he's worse, but because also he doesn't get the ability that makes him a transcendent quarterback over here in Madden, because the abilities allow you to play like a complete idiot and get rewarded for it because of how overpowered they happen to be. If you're tired of buying expensive packs for cars that are impossible to pull, be sure to check out my sponsor, MMOAN.com. They got the cheapest coins on the market. Stop getting ripped off and get to saving. Be sure to use code Texas at checkout for a 10% discount. Coming in at number 7, I didn't want to do it, Lamar Jackson. This dude might win MVP, and if that's the case, bro, he's gonna have himself an amazing card in February. But yeah, this dude has 90 speed, 6'2", very, very big with the basically in-game throwing accuracies. 80 throw accuracies, I swear, are all you really need to complete any pass. But his downside is going to be the fact that, for one, his archetype is trash. He's a scrambling quarterback. And so he gets escape artist at tier 3, or you can choose roaming Deadeye, which is not smart. Escape artist is more useful than roaming Deadeye is, because you need to leave the pocket fast to avoid the pressure, whereas roaming Deadeye makes you accurate while throwing outside the pocket, which is amazing. But if you don't have that, you're going to miss passes deep, unfortunately. But his throw power being at 85 sucks, because if you're throwing a ball with 85 throw power, bro, that ball does not get to where you want it to. In a speedy fashion, it's more liable to be picked, and with the zones reacting when you throw away from them this year, that's gonna end up being picked. Plus, he runs some cover 3 beaters, cover 2 beaters, and he has low throw power. The ball is more likely to be underthrown, and if that's the case, again, you're gonna be picked. So based off of this guy's abilities and based off this guy's throw power, he is number 7 on my list because he gets fast break, which is great. But unless you change your entire offense to utilize fast break, it's kind of a wasted ability. And then with his throw power being very, very low, he comes in at number 7 on the list of only 7. For you guys, call me biased. Number 6 on my list is going to be Cameron Newton, who unfortunately is out for the season, man. I'm so mad at my Panthers. I'm so mad at them, bro. How do you break a quarterback of his talent? Makes no sense. That whole medical staff needs to be fired. How do you not know he broke his foot? You can't hide injuries like that, bro. Like, he's walking with a limp. Like, how don't you MRI or X-ray or just touch his foot? All right, I digress. Anyway, I'm mad. I'm really mad. I might not ever get to see this guy play quarterback for the Panthers, and I'm mad about that. But anyway, he's number 6 on the list, and very similar to Lamar Jackson. Reason why he's 6 is because his archetype is kind of trash. He gets fast break, he gets escape artist, obviously, but at tier 3, you have to choose between escape artist and roaming deadeye. And I'll put some clips in this video if I remember to. It's so frustrating because if you leave the pocket, because the pressure comes, obviously, you don't got roaming deadeye on your quarterback, you're more likely to miss passes while throwing outside the pocket. It has nothing to do with his deep throw accuracy. It could be 45 for all I care. But it just comes down to not having that particular ability, which gives you the accuracy outside the pocket. So you can make 2 throws back to back that are identical outside the pocket. One will be overthrown, the other will be perfect because it's basically a dice roll at that point. And so his ability, because of his archetypes, are not my favorite. But he's higher than Lamar Jackson because of his throw power. I know a lot of guys will be saying Lamar Jackson should be higher than Cam because of his speed. We're talking about quarterbacks, escape artists, behind line of scrimmage. All these quarterbacks are going to be the same exact speed. The same exact speed. So in terms of passing, a guy with a higher throw power that can get more shot plays off, that can go ahead and beat the defense over the top more, is the primary reason why he is higher than Lamar Jackson, but also coming in at 6 because his archetype is not one that is really good. If you are looking at other quarterbacks in Madden, like the other guys on this list have better archetypes, and which then makes them better quarterbacks because of the abilities they happen to get. So Cam Newton, out for the year, number 6 on my quarterback list. Number 5 on the list is the quarterback that came out when the game first launched and made everybody go bananas. We got Steve Young. When this card first came out, man, he was going for so much just because of how ridiculous Escape Artist was. I remember making a montage of like me streaming and just playing with this card. Just the amount of stuff that he could do on the field was just insane. But he's 5 on the list because unlike the other 4 on this list, he does not get one ability that would make him even more glitched than he was. And also on top of that, to get Escape Artist on this card, you got to power him up. Now, while he is the cheapest Escape Artist quarterback you can get in Madden right now, because with trading being 20 coins per, with also the fact that he's 200,000 coins, you can get this guy cheaper than, I believe, Lamar Jackson, and around the same price as Cam Newton. But you have to power this guy up, obviously, to get the A2 speed, to get the Escape Artist at tier 3. He gets Roaming Deadeye at tier 2, but at tier 1, he does not get the Dashing Deadeye. In terms of value, I think Steve Young is the best value quarterback in the game. But if you guys got a limited budget, there's other quarterbacks in this game, obviously, that are way better. Now we're on to number 4, and that's going to be none other than the Michael Jordan of the NFL. We got Deshaun Watson, his Redux cards going for over 400,000 coins. And the reason why he's number 4 is because the number 3 guy on my list is a better quarterback in terms of the abilities he can get. But Deshaun at his 91 is a monster just because at tier 1 he can get Roaming Deadeye, in tier 3 he can get the Escape Artist just because he has the Improviser archetype, which I believe to be the best quarterback archetype in Madden right now, because the Scrambling archetype gets all the cool scrambling stuff, but it provides against the cool scrambling stuff as well as the cool passing stuff. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. And I really hope they discontinue archetypes next year, because it kind of makes some players not as special, because they are kind of ratings locked and ability locked out of certain things because they don't have that. The EA deemed them not worthy of it. But Deshaun Watson, tier 1, roaming Deadeye, tier 3 escape artist, 83 speed with 88 throw power, really solid. But the reason why he's number 3 is because, or number 4 I should say, is because at number 3 we got Russell Wilson, who is basically a better Deshaun Watson in terms of at the tier 2 slot of his abilities. Because he has the 90 plus throw on the run, he can then get the most important ability to make this guy go from a good quarterback to a great quarterback, and that is the fact that he can get Dashing Deadeye. Dashing Deadeye is the ability to hit your throws while moving, while on the run. So if you're holding right trigger and you're running for your life and somebody's open running the same way you're running, you have a 10 out of 10 chance to hit that pass with that ability equipped. Whereas if you don't have it equipped and you're running out of the pocket and holding right trigger and you don't set your feet to throw the ball, it's a 50-50 chance. More likely, probably like 60 or 40-60 during this game to hit that pass. It's really crazy. Throwing a run rating does not mean a goddamn thing unless you have the ability attached to it, which then makes it actually work as it's intended. If ratings actually work, if 90 throw and run meant something, then a lot of these quarterbacks, the order will be shifted. But because you have to have these particular abilities on your quarterback cards for them to basically hit these throws, and Russell Wilson happens to get Dashing Deadeye and Deshaun Watson does not, that is why he is 3 and Deshaun Watson number 4 on the list. The only downside of Russell Wilson over Deshaun Watson is the fact he has 86 throw power. So if you guys get Russell Wilson, it probably would make a lot of sense to power him up to at least get to 87. You go deep, which will get you to 89, which is still not great, but at least it's something. And at least you're able to hit those throws while on the move instead of having to be stationary and then raging when your quarterback overthrows an easy touchdown. Now we got 2 more quarterbacks left, man. And this is kind of an easy decision who number 1 is, right? Like, number 1, like, it's definitely not Michael Vick. Price-wise, Michael Vick, for some reason, is the best quarterback in this game. I think everybody loves his speed. But again, this falls in line with the Cam Newton, Lamar Jackson. His archetype makes this quarterback not as desirable, in my opinion. I just couldn't bring myself to put this guy as the 5th best quarterback in the game, even though I probably should have. I just couldn't do it because it's Michael Vick, obviously, right? So you power up 89 speed, 93 throw power. That throw power is a lot to have. Obviously, escape artist at tier 3, fast break at tier 1. He doesn't get the Dashing Deadeye. He doesn't get the roaming Deadeye. I mean, he does, but not at the same time as escape artist. So he low key is kind of worse in terms of the abilities in Russell Wilson and also the Deshaun Watson, also the Steve Young. It's just obviously the 88 speed with the high throw power. He is a really good quarterback at the end of the day. So that's why he's number 2 on the list, but there could be an argument made as somebody pays 812,000 coins for Vick. There could be an argument made that he is like low-key bottom 5 quarterback in MUT right now. I said bottom 5 escape artist quarterback in MUT of a list of 7. But number 1, hands down, every time. If you guys got your tier 5 or tier 6 power pack, whichever one's 992, I honestly think you should put it on Andrew Luck. I think Andrew Luck is the best quarterback in Madden, and it's not even close. For one, I love his archetype. His archetype is the best you can have for a quarterback. He's escape artist at tier 3. He gets roaming Deadeye, and he gets dashing Deadeye. But this man's out here with the 82 speed, 94 short, mid, and deep, and 89 throw pressure, 90 run, 90 play action. Like, pretty much you power this guy up. For those that believe in these throwing accuracies above 80, saying that 90 means more than 80, like it probably should, Andrew Luck will be a 90 on everything you care about. And on top of that, he gets those game-changing abilities that make him a better quarterback to have. Like, I'm a big Panthers fan, and I'm not going to be using Cam all year long. I'm going to switch over to Andrew Luck once I get my power-up pass, because I figure if you're going to be throwing the ball a lot, you better have a guy that can throw on the run accurately, throw outside the pocket accurately, and also escape pressure. Those three things are just hard to find. And compared to Russell Wilson, compared to Steve Young, compared to Deshaun Watson, he has basically the same speed as them, a better arm, and obviously better accuracies. That's why his price is going for as much as it is right now. On top of that, because Redux players are impossible to pull, it feels like. Oh man, but yeah, that's my number one on the list, man. I think I might have Vick a little bit high. I think going based off of looking at what he can and can't get, he might be 5 and CEO, and everything might get pushed up 1. That might make some people mad, but man, let me know down in the comment section below, man. Who is your favorite quarterback to use in Madden? If you guys agree with my list, man, let me know. If you guys don't, also let me know. I'm gonna read all the comments down there. We're going to get into some conversation, and we'll talk it back and forth, man. But yo, if you guys got the coins, or if you guys got a power pass, get Andrew Luck. If you guys ain't got the coins, then get Steve Young, because you can't go wrong because escape artist over any other quarterback in Madden, because there's no counter for it, and it'll make you rage when you get sacked, and you could have easily prevented it by, you know, just downgrading from your Kurt Warner and getting a guy like Steve Young. Anyways, be your boy Texas, and I will catch you guys.
They say money can't buy your happiness, but I swear to God, it's a good down payment. Trying to stuff so many binges in my pocket, you would swear that I was out here trying to drown Franklin. I was bred in the slums, got fed up with crumbs, now you don't play a pound cake. Told me when it was a root of all evil, but I swear to God, I ain't never found